EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for the weekend, January 18th and 19th, 2020. For your Saturday, we have a winter storm that's going to be affecting the region today, and this will go through, it'll start mid to late morning this morning with snow just about everywhere, and then we're going to get, in some places, a break, and then more precipitation moving in this afternoon. And when the second round of precipitation moves in, I think we're going to transition to sleet in the interior, and then rain further southeast, along and southeast of I-95 during the course of the day. So we're going to get a burst this morning. That goes through, quick burst of snow, covers the ground, gives you a quick coating to an inch. And then in our central and northern areas, that probably doesn't stop, and it continues going until the sleet moves in this afternoon. So our Weather Alerts Maps page has the latest projections that we put out last night. No reason to change that today. We're not expecting any changes. Some minor accumulations of snow for our central areas, some significant snow and maybe even plowable snow for our northern areas, especially the mountainous regions, as we progress through the day. But this will all be wrapping up through the evening, and see the progression here as we move forward. There will be some sleet moving in here at some point, but then a transition back to snow is even possible for places like the Lehigh Valley and points north and northeast before this ends on Saturday evening and the system pulls away. There will be enough warm air coming in here after the precipitation ends. Even in the interior, it's going to go above freezing, but it's going to be after the precipitation ends. So for while the precipitation is falling, whether that's snow or sleet, it'll be some form of frozen precipitation falling, because the temperatures will be below 32 until the precipitation ends, and then we might nudge above freezing a little bit after that during the course of the overnight. And then when we get to Sunday, temperatures are going to drop during the afternoon. So let's get over the NAM high-res future simulated radar. And I'm going to start this off here at 8 a.m. You can see a band of snow. This is about a 2 hours worth, or 2 hour wide band of snow that's going to come in initially. Okay, and this is ahead of the warm front. So this is going to push through. This is now looking at 10 p.m. Here's 11. Here's 12. Here is 1. Okay, so you can see the snow. It's about 2 hours wide here. We're going to get the initial burst of snow. Once that moves through, our areas to the south here are going to get a little bit of a lull. These are in these areas right here where you're not going to see anything for several hours. Okay, further north, though, you're going to see snow continuing in our central and northern areas. That's going to continue right in through the afternoon. You might lighten up a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop at all. Just in our southern areas, you get that break or lull or whatever you want to call it. And then this area here is a big area of sleet that's going to work its way in as warm air advects aloft at about 6,000 feet. Just enough to change snow over to sleet. But this might be temporary as well. This is now looking at 4 p.m. on Saturday. This is 3. Here's 4. Okay, so this is during the mid-afternoon hours. You see this move in. And then here is 5 p.m. Here is 6. Look what happens, though. It starts changing back to snow before this precipitation ends. And that goes all the way down to the Lehigh Valley, back to snow again, and northern New Jersey, back to snow again as well. But you can see areas further along and southeast of I-95. This is rain here at this point, because enough warm air has gotten in here to change the precipitation type over to rain, and maybe a little bit of freezing rain back here where it's still cold enough in south central PA. So that is a possibility there as well. Not a lot, but at least some freezing rain until the temperatures safely warm. And then this is going to end pretty quickly. This is now looking at 8 p.m. on Saturday evening. This is getting ready to move off the coast. By 9, it is just about off the coast here, so you're just left with maybe some spotty freezing drizzle or flurries here behind that, heading up till about midnight on Saturday night. So once the system moves through, that's it. We're not going to have any precipitation for the rest of the 7-day period, and we're going to get quite cold. Saturday or Sunday, we're going to get breezy behind this system. It becomes partly cloudy and breezy, and temperatures are going to fall in the afternoon to below freezing once again. And we're going to remain below freezing in many interior locations, probably getting to about 30 or upper 20s, near 30 for highs in the Monday-Tuesday time frame. And Monday and Tuesday are almost identical. We're looking at mostly sunny skies both days. Mostly sunny here Wednesday as well, but we're going to moderate to the middle 30s, it looks like, low to mid 30s for highs here on Wednesday. And then once we get to Thursday, this high moves offshore a little bit. We start getting a wind coming in from a different direction, and that's going to get the temperatures up to near 40 on Wednesday, and maybe in the middle 40s by the time we get to that Wednesday of next week will be near the middle 30s. Thursday will be near 40. Friday of next week will be in the middle 40s. Okay, so that's the progression of temperatures throughout the week. Now, the end of the week, as we get into next weekend, there could be another system coming in here. This right now, this is the latest GFS showing, and has been showing this for a while, showing a system cutting to our west and bringing rain to the region. This is a different solution on depending on what you look at. It's being handled differently between the European model, the Canadian model, the GFS. We're favoring a rain solution because we do think it's going to be milder during this period. And we did state that in the long-range outlook, but we're going to continue to watch this because there are some ensemble members and some models suggesting this could have a wintry aspect to it, at least for a portion of it. So this is not something we're totally giving up on, just saying, oh, well, it's going to be too warm and it's going to rain. That's what the GFS says. That's probably what your app forecast is going to say too, because the app forecasts, whether you realize it or not, are GFS-based, because it can very easily integrate that data from the GFS. If you want to integrate European model data, you'd have to pay a boatload of money for that app to run that information. The GFS is free. So the app forecasts are going to show GFS-based forecasts. So whatever the GFS is going to do every 6 hours is going to change. If this ends up next run, being off the coast here and showing a snowstorm, your apps are going to change. And it's going to be a big difference. So not saying the GFS is wrong here. As a matter of fact, we're favoring this solution. But we have a lot of time to look at this as the whole point. And that's next weekend's system that we'll be dealing with at that point. But it does look like we're going to have a dry week coming up. Going to be cold to start and then starting to moderate toward the end of the week. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marters. That is your outlook for the weekend, January 18th and 19th, 2020. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.